I personally find it really easy to look back on my games and see what I've done wrong. What I struggle with is actually figuring out what I can do to improve on the things I find. Like, for example, I might notice that I often walk too far ahead of the rest of my team and get splatted because I'm all on my own. How would I go about teaching myself to not do that? I've been wondering about this for ages, so if it means I'm any more likely to hear your advice, I don't necessarily want this to be a video or anything. We're 2 for 2 on people telling me I don't need to make a video about this. Asking questions I should absolutely make a video about. As the saying goes, hindsight is 20/20. Once we know how something played out, it's easy for us to look back on it and feel like what we should have done differently is really obvious. The problem is that we don't make decisions about things that happened in the past. We make decisions about the future. What we too often forget in looking back on these situations is what the thought process was that got us there in the first place. Why did we think we should make that risky push? What information were we working with? Was there information we ignored? Don't focus on the outcome of the play. VOD review the information you had from your perspective leading up to it. If you're not sure, rewind another 5 or even 10 seconds. What information could have informed you that this was an unsafe push? Were you looking for that information? If not, train yourself to start looking for it. That's a psychological alarm bell to build for yourself. If you usually do, but didn't this time, what distracted you? If you thought, this might be a bad idea, but did it anyway, now you know you need to develop the discipline to listen to those concerns and develop the muscle memory to bail on a bad engagement. Some of these warning signs can be really specific to that match in particular. It could be that a certain weapon just got special, or that the player you splatted has been down for a little while and has had time to respawn, or that your teammate is running away from something you're headed toward. Some of them might even just be the result of a teammate making a mistake, maybe letting someone into a zone you expected they would cover. What's much more valuable than figuring out every little situation that goes wrong is finding patterns that repeat. Those you'll get more value out of correcting, because, well, they're happening more often. A lot of Splatoon teams will get bogged down in discussing the minutia of every single interaction they think didn't go perfectly. And while sometimes there's feedback teammates need to take into account, other times they're starting a confrontation, lowering team morale, over something that will literally never happen to them again in their Splatoon careers. It's a complex enough game that we have engagements like that sometimes. I'd much rather reliably fix something that happens twice a game on average than try to fix all the things that happen once in one game ever and might never happen again, splitting everyone's attention across all of those issues. Building awareness of some new pattern takes time, and you'll need some matches spent reminding yourself about it before it will start to become as automated as you'll need it to become in order for it to be useful. That sort of training is a good form of practice, but you can't train 20 of those things at the same time. You need to triage, to pick the issues that are holding you back the most at that point in time, and target them until they're automatic before moving on to something new. The purpose of the review shouldn't be to spot every single issue, but to prioritize the issues. Get yourself down to a few memorable bullet points that represent the most important aspects of the game for you to work on at that moment in time. If you've already got those bullet points down, you're either reviewing to evaluate how well you're accomplishing them, or reviewing to evaluate whether there are higher priorities for you to work on right now, or else you're probably better off just practicing more instead.